Hey, everybody, and welcome to the finale of Variant Roles Presents Urban Shadows, Juneau, What Darkness Cost. I'm Taryn Winnie, I'm your Master of Ceremonies, and I'm kind of a lot of emotions right now. Yeah, we'll just put it that way. So I'm just going to go ahead and pass it off. So who you are, what you're playing, or who you're playing, not what you're playing, sometimes what you're playing. Um, and then we're going to go through opening moves. So we've kind of talked a little bit about off stream. The first question is who you trust the least, and I'm throwing in an extra one for this evening that I didn't tell you guys about, and it's who do you trust the most? Who have you learned to trust the most? Um, so and then they'll choose another faction for you to mark. So yeah, I'm loading down a little bit. So we're just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go with the Zoom call and pop right over to Maria. So cool.
Hello, I am Maria. I use she, they pronouns. I'm playing Kay Belton, who uses they, them pronouns, who is also a tainted and has been having a lot of family issues as of late. As for who I trust the least right now, is actually Red, but not for nefarious reasons, just because I don't trust whatever is going in his head, and I think he is his own worst enemy right now. Who I trust the most? Yeesh.
Also good.
Oh, we just lost Nox.
She was the last. She was the last to join, so when she joins back, all will be right.
Okay.
Nox. But I guess who I trust the most, especially due to recent things, would be Brody.
All right. And then what factions do you have unmarked?
I literally just have knights.
Unmarked or marked?
I'm unmarked.
Okay, so
I'm gonna work on leveling up while everybody else talks.
Okay. Popping on down to Matthew.
I trusted Kay the least. Okay. Sorry. I should introduce myself.
Yeah, there's a couple of caps that.
I'm Matthew Foreman. I'm Matthew W. Foreman on Twitter. I play Peter. He's a former land planner who was probably brutally murdered, turned Spectre, and he's super great. He's not sinister at all. And I chose Kay as the person to trust the least because I think they are in over their head.
Okay, and then who do you trust the most?
Who do I trust the most? Red. I only have Knight to mark as well.
Okay, so a couple of advancements to finish off the season. So, all right, Max, roll us in.
Oh, hey, that's me. And I'm Max, he, him pronouns, and my man with the plan, Red, is a aware who's a private investigator and definitely one who's in over his head. And I trust Daphne the least, as the story has, without even needing any meta knowledge, that I trust her the least to not go after Peter's husband. And I trust the most Kay. Yeah, feel bad.
Wow.
And what do you have to mark?
To mark, I have empty, mortality, or wild.
You trust me the most to mark that wild.
What about Daphne? Is it Daphne that I trust the least who chooses?
Yeah, but they would both choose. So if you have
Both?
two open, they would both get marked. So.
All right. So I have two. I am going to advance. Yay!
3 advancements off opening moves. This is going to get fun. Nox.
Hi, I'm Nox. I'm from the internet. Nox, not to a word. Tweet about whatever I want. I'm also playing Daphne, the vampire that everybody loves. She's never done anyone harm or wrong. She's just an honest to goodness businesswoman. She trusts the least, still Peter. There's not enough interaction with the characters where I can think of anyone else that makes sense. Trust the most, probably at this point, Red, only because she sees him as the least of a threat.
Right.
It's not like trust. It's you're small fries. I don't have to worry about you.
That's fair. What do you have open for those?
Every single one.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I advanced last game.
Okay.
Mortality.
And then you can mark night.
All right.
And last but certainly not least, Ty.
I'm Ty. I use he and pronouns, and so does my character Brody, the Oracle. This show. I trust Daphne the least still, because she's the worst, and I definitely trust Kay the most.
Okay.
The only thing, I have everything open except mortality.
Mark Wild again.
Okay.
Mark Power.
All right. So I figured I'd throw that at you guys as we were wrapping up the season. And since we missed our opening moves last week, it was kind of a way to roll through there a little bit. But yeah. So Max, you want to go ahead and give us that recap you worked so diligently on? Much appreciated.
All right. On the last thrilling episode of Urban Shadows, Juneau, What Darkness Costs, Daphne seeks information on Peter's husband and awaits a meeting with an influential individual. Peter discovered a mysterious and gruesome murder and realized he needed to build his strength by summoning a host of white-collar ghosts. Kay had gone to confront their father, only to find him murdered by the alliance of their brother and the risen Benji, now a revenant, known lovingly as Revenji. Red worked on a dangerous plan to end the threat of drug Saruman. The group met up at Casa de Brody. Information and emotions were shared, and Red set off to find the werewolf pack working for the group's adversaries. Lucky for him, the pack was through being bossed around and agreed to join in the party's efforts. And that's where we begin, the season finale of Juneau, What Darkness Costs.
Thank you very, very much, Max. So we've got a deadline in game of 3:30 or 3 o'clock at the shed. Remind me, Red Shed, Red's Dead Shed Redemption.
The Red Shed of Redemption.
Yes. What was that timeline? That
it was 3:30 to get Crawford at the police station as a way to just keep him out of the picture, and then the meeting was at 3:30 at the cabin with Saris.
Okay, so we finished off late the evening before. So the way I'm going to do this is I am a fan of the in between or before the final mission games, like BioWare, where you get to go and like talk to your companions and kind of work out some emotional situations, that sort of thing. I would like each person to think of 2 people they want to have conversations with or confrontations with. And we will structure some intimacy motion movements. Yeah. So yes, Docs, coming really in hot this session. So does anybody have someone they would like to have their first conversation with? Okay, yes. That was quick.
I have both of them planned already.
Okay, so who would you like to have a conversation with first?
I want to meet up with my mom outside of the museum. Yes. Okay. I also have a question for you, Master of Ceremonies. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if this is something that was thought about. Is Kay's mother also involved in like the family business, or is that more father's.
You tell me. This is
God.
This is this is Urban Shadows that we haven't established before. This is as much your story as it is mine. So
I always thought that she knew of it, obviously knew about it, but wasn't herself involved in like the has demon pact or whatever.
okay.
That was my basis, which is only important because Kay also wants to buy an airplane ticket. Technically,
Okay.
2 airplane tickets, actually.
All right.
If they can, on the way, sometime between Heartfelt Casa de Brody place and meeting with their mom.
Okay. So you want to have that conversation now?
I guess so.
Since I make you wait all the other times, we might as well start with you this time. So but yeah, so you were meeting with her late that evening.
Mm-hmm.
She's waiting out. It's late November at this point. She's got a shawl wrapped around her, sort of standing outside of her car, sort of pacing a little bit, tapping her arm.
I just remember that my car had a big like mark on the side. We'll deal with that later.
When Benji.
It's okay. It's all right. Bigger fish are fine. Yeah, I'll kind of pull up next to wherever she is and get out. And before I like walk over to her, is she alone? Is there anyone else around?
She's definitely alone.
Okay.
And it's late enough that there's pretty much nobody out either.
Okay. I'm just gonna walk. I'm just gonna slowly walk like right up to her and like not even say anything, just like walk up to her and just give her a hug.
She just kind of, I think the tension and not knowing where your sister has been and just everything, I think she's going to wrap you up and kind of start softly sobbing into your shoulder. What's going on, Kay?
I don't really know. Listen, I think Xavier's in trouble. And I'm gonna try to help him.
What kind of trouble?
I think he got in with some bad influences. But Dad wanted me to let you know that he had to leave town pretty quickly tonight. And he or rather I wanted to make sure that these people that Xavier might be involved with don't really get a chance to do anything bad to you or Lauren. So I got a couple of plane tickets for you guys. I just want you guys to be safe, okay?
Of course. Aren't you gonna come with us?
No, I have to stay here.
Why?
Got to make sure my brother's okay.
always been the even keeled one, haven't you?
I try.
Can I do anything?
Yeah, you can actually Lauren is staying at a friend of mine. If you wanted to pick her up, I'm sure she would love to see you.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'll send her Brody's address.
She kind of looks at it on her phone and
Oh, I also forward her the plane
yeah.
tickets. Those are important.
They go to her like Southwest app or whatever. It's fine. So it's 2019. Yeah. Okay. I trust you. You're gonna be okay, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna be fine.
Promise me you're gonna be okay.
Yeah, I'll be okay.
Okay.
I'll be fine.
Okay. I love you.
Love you too. They're gonna just give her the tightest squeeze that they possibly can, trying to hold back all of their tears, and then just gonna quickly go back to the car before they cry in front of their mom, and then
Okay.
we'll drive off crying.
And so first off, intimacy moment marked, mark mortality, and I'm gonna say you get a debt on your brother from your mom. I'm just gonna go ahead and call that. And then as you're driving off, you feel these icy cold fingers wrap around your shoulder. Do you want help with Xavier? And we'll cut that scene there.
Oh no.
And who's up next? Who wants to have the next conversation? I'm seeing the nose goes for Max.
I have one. Oh, 1 second. I have one.
Okay.
I
Talk to him.
I am gonna go talk to Daryl.
Okay.
Oh shit. Okay.
The confrontation we've really all been waiting for.
I am going to kind of list into the house, invisible, being able to touch and well, no, I'm going to list into the house. Yeah, invisible, and I'm gonna just watch him for a minute. What is he doing? Is he alive?
Yes, he is alive. It's what time of day are you going in?
Oh, the shed showdown is at 3 or what?
Yeah, 3 in the morning, right? Or 3 in the afternoon. 3 in the afternoon the next day. So.
Oh, 3 in the. This is the day before.
Yeah, it can be like in the middle of the night. It can be in the day before. There's like we've got an open window, and we're just kind of.
I would go during the night.
Okay. So. What time is it? You tell me.
Oh, like in like 9 p.m.
Okay. Yeah, I think Daryl's just on the couch watching TV. Probably a nice glass of wine.
I'm not ready for this. What have I done? Okay. I am going to mark a corruption.
Okay.
And I am going to manifest all 3 in the doorway of the great room or living room that he's in. So I am full of a real boy for the time being.
Are you manifesting in his sight line or
Peripheral
behind
peripheral at
peripheral?
best. Yeah.
Okay. He's watching TV for a moment. What does Daryl look like again, just for myself and the audience?
Daryl is medium height. He is kind of wiry, like you would imagine a cowboy park ranger type. He is pretty slender but athletic, and he wears his hair very short, and he has kind of an overpronounced nose. He's a good-looking guy for a park ranger. Yeah. And I am going to say from the doorway, oh my god, Daryl.
Kind of takes a moment to, kind of shakes and looks your direction. His eyes just grow big. He kind of flinches and knocks the glass of wine over that is now standing. He's trying to rub his eyes, probably trying to attempt to rub the sleep from them. Is that Peter?
Yeah, yes. I'm gonna take one step forward.
He takes 2 steps back. You're dead. I buried you.
You did, and it was
No. I buried you, and you're right in front of me.
Yes, you buried me. It was a very nice service, and I watched it.
You don't get to talk about that. What are you? Who are you? I'm asleep. This is a dream. I've had this dream before. No. Nope. You're dead.
I promise you, I am dead, but I am still here.
What does that even mean, Peter?
I died that day, but I came back as something else.
What?
I am a ghost. Well, I'm technically a specter.
That's bullshit, Peter. You're talking bullshit.
Gonna lift the couch with telekinesis.
That's a new part of the dream. That's new.
Daryl, get it together.
I'm trying, Peter. Okay. If you're saying you're at the service, though, then why? It's been months.
I was attempting to avoid a very awkward conversation.
This fucking awkward conversation?
Yes. I wanted you to be able to move on. But circumstances have changed.
Yeah. Okay. So you're dead, but not dead. But you're a ghost. What's going on?
There are people out here who are now my enemies, who want to harm you, and I have to protect you.
What is that? You're a ghost. How can you have enemies? It doesn't even make any sense.
Because ghosts are not the only thing in the shadows of this city.
What does that mean? Peter, can you talking in goddamn riddles?
Unfortunately, no. Unfortunate. This is the way I talk. This is the way I've always talked.
I know. I love about you, but sometimes, like this, it helps if you expedite.
There are vampires, there are wizards, there are oracles, there are demons.
You
You asked me to expedite.
sorry, you're right. This isn't a dream. This is a fucking nightmare.
Yes.
I need a beer. Daryl walks over to the kitchen and opens the fridge and pulls out
You drink.
nondescript.
You're drinking a lot these days.
I'm sorry, my husband was brutally murdered, but you wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Unfortunately, no. I don't know anything about the circumstances of my death.
Well, makes two of us. So what am I supposed to do? Do you want me to leave town? Do you need my help? Like, if this is something going on, what can I do?
The darkness that threatens us doesn't stop at the city borders. Sending you out of town would do about as much good as sending you across the street. I have brought protection. And I am going to start letting my body of ghosts manifest in the house.
Okay. So I think the entire house, everything just begins to rattle and shake, and pictures begin falling off the walls, and furniture begins to just basically stutter step like around. Lights flash. He just kind of is in shock, and for the second time, he drops his drink. The glass bottle shatters on the kitchen floor. What is, Peter?
These are ghosts. They're mine.
Okay.
I'm sorry to put so much on you so soon. But the people who are after you are very dangerous. And I can only be in so many places at once.
All right. And he's gonna take a step towards you and like reach a hand out. And like just keep slowly walking towards you. And you mark the corruption to fully manifest, right?
Yep.
Yep. He's gonna reach out and he's just gonna like slowly just put his hand this side of your face. It's you. It's really you?
Yes.
Stay safe.
I am exceedingly difficult to kill.
Oh shit.
It is you who needs to stay safe. You are my link. You are more precious to me than anything else in this world. More precious to me than this city.
You're damn right. Okay.
I have to go now. If you get
Where you go?
Yes.
He's just gonna grab you and bring you in for a slow kiss.
Okay. I shall return said kiss.
Okay.
If you should get in
It's a
trouble.
little dry.
If you should get in trouble, I will know. And I will come to defend you.
Okay. Kind of just... I'm gonna try whiskey this time. Kind of wipes the tears from his eyes and...
I am going to then unmanifest and nope the fuck out of there.
Okay. Whew. Intimacy moment. Yep.
Yep. I will mark mortality, I'm assuming. Unless you want to drop a bomb on me right now.
No, mortality.
Thank you. Thank you.
Night? No, I'm just kidding.
Power would be the worst.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I would be like, no, fuck me, fuck me. All right.
All right. Okay. Who's next?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay.
So I've probably driven back to the Narrows pub, and I'm sitting in the back, so even Steven can't really hear what's going on. I got my flip phone in my hand, and I'm just looking at a number and with the Iowa area code and the name Peter Samuelson. And I'm looking at it. I open the phone, close the phone, open the phone, and try and remember how time zones work. Hoping against hope that he'll be at work and I'll just get the answering machine that I hope he still has, and I'll hit call.
Okay. What time are you calling?
Assuming it's kind of early-ish in the morning, so
Okay.
maybe like, well, it's a bar. I'm guessing it opens at 11, so we'll say like 11:30.
Okay. And you're calling cell phone, not house phone.
I'm gonna call the house phone. Hope he's not home on a sick day, because I kind of just prefer to leave a message, and I'm scared of hearing his voice.
Okay. Yeah, you call and it rings once, rings twice, rings 3 times. Peter Sampson. Leave a message after the beep, and if this is red, you know what to do.
Hey, Gumdrop. I'm really sorry to be calling you like this. God, even hearing your voice on the answering machine, I'm so sorry I haven't called you in 6 months. It's been stupid. I'm up in Alaska. I know, of all places. I hate the cold, and here I am. But God, it's going to be rambling, and I am so sorry. God, I miss you, and I'm hoping I can do right by you. I want out. I miss you, and I've had plenty of time to think of everything you said, everything I did wrong. I've met someone who showed me the worst example of what I could become if I keep putting my job before you. And I want to say I'm really sorry for how I treated you and how things wound up, and I'd just really like to know if I give this up, if I could come back and we could start over, or pick up from 3 years ago before everything got bad. I'm too big a coward to hear your voice, so I figured you'd be at work, and that's why I'm leaving you this message. Things might be a bit dangerous up here, and I want you to know I'm going to do my best to be safe, and didn't want to leave you wondering what's going on. So, yeah, I'll call you tonight at 5. If everything goes well, I'll hopefully be on a flight out here in the next couple of days. The hell with this last client. If he doesn't like it, well, maybe when I get back, you and I can talk about moving to a different state. I know you've always wanted to see the ocean, feel what the tide is like, and I'd like to show that to you. So, anyway, Gumya, I love you, I miss you, and I really hope you're doing well. Snap.
Okay.
And that doesn't get any intimacy move because it's immortal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there was no one else there.
I feel like that was pretty intimate, but anyway. Yeah, yeah. All right. I feel like we're all just gonna keep crying tonight. Ty or Brody or yeah,
I can go.
Daphne. Brody.
I
All
can go.
right.
I'd like to resume right after Peter and Red left with Kay.
Okay.
At my house. Kay? I am gonna leave. Tonight, I gotta find Benji. If he's back,
Okay.
I gotta find him.
Did you miss the whole Benji's not really Benji thing?
I mean, you say that, but like you turned into a chitinous demon pretty recently, and you're still you. So, like, I gotta have some hope there.
Okay, but here's a spoiler for that. I've been that for a while. Benji was dead and now is not dead, but not like Peter not dead. Like scary, vindictive, very strong, kind of not dead.
Well, I'm still gonna try to find. I mean, if you die, you come back. I'm still gonna try to talk to you. It's just the thing to do. But before I go, if you want, I know Lauren hasn't woken up yet. I could try to see if anything's wrong with her.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, that would be great, actually.
I'll walk over slowly and put my hand on her forehead. And you skim the surface. 10. I would like to ask, what is Lauren's hidden pain?
Lauren's hidden pain is she's seen what her brother is.
What is she thinking about right now? It's my second.
She is unconscious, so I think she's thinking about the second. I think you get like a very surface level read of a nightmare.
And I will mark a corruption. Do I think, reading her thoughts, do I think she is physically, mentally okay, just unconscious?
So you're reading for mental stability, almost.
Yeah, we'll see. She wasn't there wasn't a ritual that went through or anything. She's okay.
No, she's okay. Actually, from your extensive knowledge as a prolific drug user, you recognize this as some sort of she's been knocked out through some sort of drug, but she'll awake in a little while.
I think she's gonna be all right, Kay. She might have a bit of a hangover, so I got some tea and honey. Fix her up. If she needs weed, I got plenty. But
don't give my younger sister weed.
Well, no, I'm gonna be gone. It's the weed's yours.
Oh,
if you want to use it. And opium is in the cabinet. But just tea is really good for hangovers. Trust me. But I'm gonna go. I got your number. You got my place. Best of luck. I'll extend my hand.
Kay will take it and pull Brody in for a hug.
And Brody will hug back.
Don't do anything stupid, okay?
No, never.
Brody.
I will be taking the Camino this time, not the car, no reason.
Oh, okay.
And I'll rush off to the El Camino and drive away.
Okay. Intimacy moment.
Oh hey, do you have debts on anybody that I would care about?
I don't think I have debts on anyone anymore.
I have stolen all of them.
You can take my debt. Yeah, I have one that you owe me.
Oh, well, I can't take that. Sorry.
Emma, I have one more debt with Emma.
Oh, hey, cool. Now I have both of the ones that you've had for Emma.
Yep.
Oh, that's such a nasty intimacy move. It's just
it's so good. You're power, right?
I am power, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. All right, Daphne. Your turn to finish up round 1.
Do I have any way to get in contact with Peter, do you think?
Yep. I'm gonna say you do. I'm sorry. That was very comical, Matthew coming back in the screen. And that got me.
Hark, I hear my name, Hark.
I think there's a way for you to get in contact with Matthew or Peter, not Matthew.
Matthew hears a poorly acted Greek accent from his bedroom doorway in the real world. Cool. Yeah, I'm going to send out. So, I think the last we had left Daphne off, she was waiting outside the Capitol building. Let's say that those efforts, that did not
pan out. No.
And I think she goes back to her lodge at this point. And she's gonna send out. Well, first off, what's up with my ghouls? What has happened with those people? Those little things. Did they ever find Benji? Did I ever hear from them again? Like, are they just?
No,
I'm just
heard from
fucked.
them.
Cool. Okay. God damn it. So yeah, some way about the mystical Terran ways of our universe. I'm gonna reach out to Peter and invite him to a meeting at my office at the lodge.
I would show up.
Okay, awesome. I hate this.
You rang.
Him. I think I'm sitting at my desk and look up, close a book that I'm writing in or something. Peter, it's been so long since we last saw each other, and the circumstances were not so great. I'm glad that you heeded my call. Please wait, where are you?
I am here.
All right, well, I figured. I can hear you. I'm gonna like lean back in my executive style chair. So I have some interesting news about your fairy friend, Mildred.
What kind of information would that be? What kind of news?
Well, I think it is information that we can use to our advantage, but I feel like I'm a bit of a disadvantage myself in this arrangement that we have found ourselves in. So, can we perhaps come to a new understanding about our relationship?
Why don't you tell me your understanding and the understanding that you want?
Well, right now, I feel like we are so at odds that we are not friends. The last time I saw you, I was having a snack, and then I had a dinner, and then the police showed up, and that was that, and I never heard from you again. And I want us to be more friendly. I want us to be friends. I want to know about your life and how you are feeling, and maybe we can have drinks together at your favorite. Oh wait, sorry, you're a ghost. Maybe we can still have drinks, just maybe not at the bar. I'd like to be involved with your friends, especially your fun demon woman with the nails. Maybe patch things over with your little psychic friend. I just want to be part of the group. I feel so isolated up here in the mountains, tied to my work.
You isolated yourself the day you killed Benji.
Oh, that's just what I do. So many of us do that. But we still manage to be friends.
You picked the wrong fairy to eat.
Oh, no, tell me more. What is Benji? Is he a prince of his court? Because that is very interesting to me.
I don't think I know. I can't remember, but I don't think I know anything about Benji. I am nothing if not pragmatic, but there's no reason to oversell it. You don't want to be my friend. You don't want to get to know me. You want access. You want to belong to the powers that are shaking up this town. That's fine.
Perfect.
Well. There is some kind of showdown yet again. I know about the shed showdown, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, just
yes.
checking. Don't want to overstep. There is a shed. A shed somewhere in the woods that we are showing down. Red has lured... Who did Red lure? Who's Red meeting with?
It's Drug Saruman, right?
That's
Drug
right.
Saruman,
All right, yeah. Drug
Sarah's
Saruman.
right, yeah.
Sarah has lured Sarah Sprite, a.k.a. Drug Saruman, to a
Ooh.
meeting, and Red is going to try to take care of him all by his little self.
That's the human, yes?
Yeah. Yeah. He wants us all to stay away and, etc., but he's out of his depth.
Shit, I kept such awful notes for this game. I don't think I know anything about the Cirrus guy.
He's the drug wizard who's running, who has challenged you and your turf in some way. I mean, he's a wizard running drugs. I'm pretty sure he was the power behind Mildred's incursion. So.
Well, I was approached by the police to help them. They are aware of some of these going on. I don't know that I want to invite the police into this.
No.
But one of their people is also a wizard.
I had a feeling that power, the wizards and the magic users had infiltrated the city hall and the police to some extent. I have heard rumors. So I don't believe notifying the police of the situation would be a good idea if you want to be in the fold.
So how can I help?
I quite frankly don't know. I want to be there to make sure that Cirrus is eliminated or dominated. But he's a very
aren't you married?
He's a powerful wizard, and I don't think we'll be able to control him for very long.
Well, I can get around quickly when I want to. I can be convincing sometimes when I want to. I can always hang out in the background. In case he seems like he's going to get away. Or I can even be the bait.
It's the human's plan. You'd have to talk to him.
Can't you talk to him for me?
I could, yes. Yes, I could.
I can lure this stupid wizard to the shed. Let him know that I have inside information about Mildred that he might be interested in. The same information you might be as well. I will share with you. Mildred has a daughter. Disgraced daughter that she wants to keep hidden. And there is some man named Foster who is taking the same position as Mildred, and now there is some faction split. I went with some of these fairies downtown. I promised to help them, but I can really go either way.
Did you learn the daughter's name?
No, but I could.
That could be quite the piece of leverage against Mildred. Keep her in line. She's not an inconsiderable operative. I'd rather have her work for us than be eliminated.
Well, we can also trade in this information to Mildred too.
Yeah.
Because I know where these operatives are, and at least a little bit of their plans.
All right. I will bring Red. I will go talk to Red, and you can, do whatever it is you're about to do.
Perfect. Keep me in the loop. Let me know when this meeting is happening too. And where?
I'll let you know.
Perfect.
I will
Bye,
disappear.
Peter.
Yep. I shall vanish.
All right.
I have no
Intimacy.
idea if that counts as intimacy moves, but whatever.
I'll call it. Yeah, I'm just calling everything we can tonight.
Perfect.
Sure. Get as many wheels turning as possible.
I hold 1. And mark it up.
So everyone's intimacy move is a little different, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
This is the first time I've shared intimacy with anyone, I think. Well, besides Benji. Seriously. This is the last time it happened. And then immediately ate him.
Daphne is an awful person.
Oh man.
But I love her so much. All right.
Well, we should do the drama moves, right? Or the intimacy moves, right?
Yeah.
Mark
Mark each other's factions, so I think you're both knight.
Well, fuck, that was stupid.
And then whatever your intimacy move says.
I can tell them a secret about myself or owe them a debt.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, which would you rather do?
I'm just gonna take the debt. Keep it simple, because then I can appear in front of Goofball.
They owe you a debt, or you owe them a debt?
It says, tell them a secret about yourself or owe them a debt. Oh, so I would.
Yeah, so you owe Peter a debt.
Oh, okay. No, fuck that.
So are you telling me a secret?
Yeah. Daphne has a fondness for oracles.
Okay.
Daphne has an affection for oracles. I think.
Okay, I was like, fondness. Does that mean like an appetite?
She said Daphne. I think she was. Yeah. Okay. Okay. You used to probably date an oracle, like the Oracle of Delphi. Alrighty, I see what you're doing.
All right.
Wait, what is Peter's?
Peter's is if
it's passive.
Basically he holds one on you, and if you get in trouble, he can show up.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a me thing. It doesn't require anything from the player. I can just show up if you're in trouble.
Okay. Taryn, I did forget my
your opening move. Yeah, I just remembered that too.
And I don't know if Ty forgot to do his. But I want to know a secret about Mildred.
Oh, why do you keep doing this to me? Secret about Mildred.
What's her daughter's name?
All right. We'll go there since I'm getting handed this and we're wrapping up. Mildred, her daughter is Amanda.
Really? Basic Mildred. Sorry if you know any Amandas. It's a beautiful name. Classic.
And I'll give you one other thing. She lives in Fairbanks.
What? That bitch is far away as hell. Damn. Well, we're never seeing Amanda.
All right. And then Ty, you've got your thing.
I rolled a 9, so I got 1. I have 1 hold.
Okay. Cool. All right. That is round 1 of these conversations. Let's pick us up for round 2. Pete there.
I'm gonna go see Red.
Okay.
That's my intimacy.
Okay. So yeah. What time do you show up?
Sometime after I met with Daphne, probably. So
Okay.
early evening.
So okay.
Red. My God. You're muted. Actually, so muted.
Okay, so I'm gonna guess I'm still just hanging out in the bar, trying to decide what to do next. So
Probably.
I'm still staring at my phone, and I jump. Oh, jeez, Peter, don't do that. That's really creepy. I mean, you're a specter and all, but
Is all men... Do men only know to drink in crisis? Is this what we've become?
I'm not drinking about what's coming. I'm drinking because of what I just did.
What did you just do, Red?
I just called my Peter. Thankfully, he didn't pick up, but that was rough.
That was a phenomenally stupid thing to do.
I wanted to hear his voice one more time. I know you're not interested in letting Daryl know what you're up to, but I mean, I got feelings.
That may change, but I have come to talk to you yet again about what you're going to try to do in this coming witching hour.
Trying to talk me out of it, or do you have a better plan? Because I'm starting to rethink it a bit myself.
No, I appreciate your passion for self-immolation. I plan to marvel at the self-destruction. I just want you to be a little smarter about it.
I was kind of hoping I'd be able to get out of there, but it was more of a just in case. I am ready. It was. So, what's your plan to keep me from joining your side?
I didn't say I was planning to keep you from joining this side. Your life is your own damn responsibility.
All right.
I am after Cirrus. And to that end, I would of course like to be there to help. And I would also like to bring someone along to help. He won't even know we're there. We'll wait in the shadows, watching for our opportunity, waiting for a moment.
That would be really, really helpful. Because there's 1,000 ways this could go wrong for me. And anything that could keep me alive a little bit longer would be extra helpful. So, is it Brody in that thing he can do where he sees the future, or are you talking like one of Kay's people?
Brody is phenomenally unstable and not to be trusted. I don't know when you people are going to start realizing this, but I wouldn't trust
As
Brody.
a junkie, I know, but I mean, you're rooming with him, so I assumed you were on good terms.
I'm a specter. I'd room in a crypt if it was advantageous to me. No, not Brody. I don't trust him to be there, and I wouldn't. Not only do I not trust him to be present in the moment, I don't trust him to execute the plan. It's Daphne.
The Fang, really, really.
Vampire, Red, please.
All right. Tell me what a vampire is going to do to help, who has already caused a whole lot of scary stuff.
I imagine she'll call us scary stuff at the meeting. She might be playing this all for herself, but if she does, that's up to her. I can't make these plans work alone, so I have to take a risk. Like I said, we'll let you lead this thing, but we'll be waiting, watching.
Well, a quick exit would be nice. See,
Yes.
I'm acting as bait, and if the rest of you can help me get him in there, I mean, I've seen you throw a car. I've seen what you can do with your spooky lifting stuff powers. So,
To that end, Daphne offered herself up as bait as well.
oh really?
Yes. It's your angle to play. Your machinations to devise.
Now, I got a question. Are you kind of hoping she gets taken out in all this too?
Yes.
I've got a little arcane trap in there that's supposed to keep certain individuals trapped while I make my escape. So she might get caught up in this immolation if I can get out of there. Are you willing to face? I guess there would be no consequences for you unless she goes and finds Daryl. If she finds out you betray her.
I'm not betraying her, Red. I'm saying the machinations are up to you. It's your plot to hatch. If Daphne wants to work with me, if she wants to be a part of the team, that's fine. I will work with just about anyone to get what I want. But if she doesn't, well then, let the fire judge her, and let the inferno consume her.
Every day I know you, every day I'm a little more scared. But, I mean, you haven't let me down yet. At least I know that trusting you could get me killed, but I see it coming. And if I do come back as a ghost, I am going to annoy your ass every single day for the rest of eternity. I just want you to know that. You want this voice sneaking up behind you and being like, hey, Peter, I hate you.
If you come back as a specter, you can annoy me for all eternity. If you come back as a ghost, you'll belong to me.
Oh, well then. Get the creepy stuff. Okay. So, I'm going to meet up with Daphne, and we're going to, hopefully Saris won't see this as being suspicious. We'll get him into the cabin, get her into the cabin. Bada bing, bada boom, I hit the right button, and hopefully I jump out the window. And, yeah. All right, I think I can make this work. Now, hopefully she doesn't get hungry and decide I'm a little dinner snack before dinner snack.
Right. Contact her. She's at the, I'll, arrange contact information, whatever. And before I go, since this happened before, in the timeline this happened before I went to go see Daryl, I will stop before I leave the bar. I'll look back and I'll say, I think it's good that you called your Peter. Maybe I'll try that. As in, I'll contact my husband. And then I leave.
All right. Yep. Intimacy for that.
Red marks a corruption.
Yeah.
Because
I'm one away.
I now have 5 hold on Red. Would you get into some trouble already? Fuck, dude. Can I cash these in to throw fireballs? Is that something that I can do?
Yeah, they're spell slots, basically.
Yeah, I wish they were. I'd be like...
They're just red-shaped.
Yep, yep.
All right. Who's up next?
I was thinking of going looking for Kay.
Okay.
So would I find Kay at Benji's place at this moment, or?
Yeah. What time of day was it again?
Well,
it's shortly after 11 at this point for. After.
I believe at this point, they would have met with their mother and then would be driving back into town. So probably have to call Kay.
Okay, I'll send them. I'll send them a text and just say the Narrows.
Okay. Yeah, I'll meet him there. On my way to my other location.
Okay. Just meet up at the Narrows.
I wave as they walk through the door. I'm sitting in the back corner.
Is it a booth?
Yeah, it's a booth.
Okay. I'll slide across from you and say, this isn't your usual spot.
I kind of don't want Steven hearing what's going on. Though this, I mean, I trust him, but this is some heavy stuff, and made a sensitive phone call and had a talk with Peter. a moment ago, but I wanted to apologize for the other day if I seemed like I was cold towards you, and I could tell you were in pain, but I just couldn't get my head out of my own ass thinking of this whole plan, and I wanted a chance in person without anyone else watching, just to say I'm sorry for not being there after your father died and found out your brother was the one who did it.
That's okay. There's not much that you could have done, but I mean, thanks for thinking about it, though.
Did you ever think about getting out of Juneau?
Well, not until recently. Very recently. I think Juneau was a decent place for me for a while. I didn't really partake in a lot of the unfortunate sides of Juneau until much more recently. So I was content to have a nothing life with simple pleasures and the occasional weird request from my father, but that seems to have changed pretty drastically.
What about those creepy claw hands you had going on there?
Oh, that. Oh, well, that's been that's been around for about 6 years now. My father had this, I don't know, company arrangement, something. Well, it's kind of complicated and I don't really understand all of it, but the long and short of it is I became this at 18 and I didn't really have much of a say in the matter. And didn't really get any answers to questions and was too scared to do anything about it.
And if you end up leaving Juneau, do you lose all that?
I highly doubt it. I think it's a bit like a guess like an old war wound. It doesn't really leave. At least I don't think it will.
I've been thinking once this mess in Juneau's over with Saris and them, I'm going to probably piss off the guy that paid me to be here to look for his son and just skedaddle. And I may need a little bit of protection because I don't think he's the type to really like people saying no and backing out on a business deal. But I am in over my head. And if you want to leave,
are you proposing a cross-country road trip?
A cross-country road trip as my personal bodyguard. I'm thinking maybe I'll go to Maine, become one of those lobster fishers, but I don't want to get killed in the net by a vampire.
I'll think about it.
I mean, it would get you to a safer place because it doesn't seem like around here is liking your family very much.
Yeah, well, hopefully my family won't be here much longer. And by here, I mean here, not like all of them dead. But
you seem like too good a kid to be involved in all this.
Okay.
Just think about it. If you ever want to get out of here, I could probably use a bodyguard. If you ever want to go into that business with those claws.
I'll let you know.
And I could use your help today. You said you got that thing where if I think about you hard enough, you'll hear it and be able to come and get my ass out of there.
Yeah. Hopefully you won't do anything too ridiculous, though.
The fireworks display I set up is going to be pretty interesting. It all just banks on me being able to jump out one window without a wizard and potentially a very pissed off, just a betrayed vampire getting me in a headlock.
Hey, hold up. That's new.
Oh yeah, Peter made a deal with that there Daphne. So
Oh.
either she's in or I take her out, and either way, you know Peter. He doesn't really care what happens to the rest of us.
Yep.
So if I call on you, it's just I don't want to put you in too tight a spot. I may just need a quick evac, and I want you to be safe.
I feel like if you get yourself in a situation that you can't handle, I could probably do something about that.
So
Just don't get yourself blown up, because that is something I definitely could not take. I couldn't do anything about that. If you're in pieces, that's
yeah, I was a lot more ready to blow up yesterday, but I made a phone call to my husband, and a lot of things are coming into perspective here, and I didn't even talk to him. God, I don't want to die, but I also need to go through with this.
Yeah. Next time you decide to make this just like a really life-altering plan, it's usually good to get a second opinion. But let's worry about that next time.
Yeah, you go get on with your business. I'm just gonna try and sober up from my breakfast booze, and I'll call on you hopefully in one piece. Because if you don't hear from me, I'm at the dad's. Yay!
Hooray! No, don't joke about that, though.
You take care of yourself, kid. I'm just gonna go about your day.
Okay.
3:30 is when it's happening. So if you want to be around,
I'll be available.
all right. You head on. I'm just gonna finish off my flask.
Drink water. They're gonna scoot off.
Looks like water.
All right. So far we have left. We have Kay, Brody, and Daphne for secondary conversations.
I'll go.
Okay.
I would like to head out in the night and try to find Revengy. I'm going to probably go to the place where we first met, the Fae bar that has slam poetry nights.
All right. So, do you call Benji?
I have his phone. I have
Oh
his
yeah,
phone.
that's right.
So I'll just kind of head there, and I'll probably drive. If he's not there, I'll drive around, just looking for him. Any place I think he might be on the streets where I've seen him before.
Okay. Yeah, you. So you said you're going in to the slam poetry bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a familiar crowd to you. And as you're kind of in there for a little bit, you feel a hand on your shoulder.
And I look back.
It's Benji. He looks ragged. He looks much paler, but it's Benji.
You're back! I'm going to give him a big hug, or at least try.
He kind of just accepts the hug, but doesn't really react too much to it. What's up, Brody?
I'm just chilling here. I was looking for you. I heard someone said you were back. Okay. That's amazing. I mean, I saw a picture on the cell phone, and I was like super worried. How are you? You want to see? You want some kombucha?
You wanna like go for a walk, man?
Yeah.
And kind of just steps outside.
Okay.
This is like gonna be a bit awkward. I did die.
All right, like, but you're better. Like Peter died, and he's probably worse, but like,
And then you see as he like takes this like long exhale breath, his eyes glow red a little bit, and I'm just so angry.
I mean, we've all been through lots of stuff. I can do this now, and I'll turn on my horrifying sunlight appearance for a second. Turn it off. But you got some anger, dude. Let's try to solve it. What will make you feel better? You want to go to the petting zoo again? You want to smoke it up?
I can't feel anything, Brody. I just feel so hungry. I just need them to die.
Who, per se?
You know.
Yeah, Daphne, probably. I would say that's on the list.
Peter.
Probably top. Not surprising, all right.
There's a few others that pushed me into the game that have it out. But those are the main two. I need you to help me, Benji or Brody.
I got a shotgun in the El Camino. Let's do this. If it'll make you feel better, I hate Daphne anyhow. I think let's go. We should probably talk to Kay, because I'm not sure where Kay's fallen in all this, so we should probably talk to them.
Kay is a lost fucking cause, Brody.
Based on whoa, she was just at my they were just at my place, and they were like super cool.
They said no. They turned down the chance to join. We're gonna right this fucking hellscape of a world, Brody. I need you.
All right, man. Yeah.
So what's going down?
As far as I can gather, they're trying to kill Drug Saruman tomorrow at a
Good.
shed, 3:30.
Xavier will appreciate that.
That's about all I got right now. I know Red, there's a private investigator involved named Red. I think Peter's in on it. I'm not sure where Kay's fallen.
Sounds like a lot of the players. What time?
3:30 tomorrow.
All right. Can you find out who else is going to be there and let me know?
Yeah. Here's your cell phone back, and I'll hand him his burner.
Grabs it and has a familiar like click a little bit and puts in his pocket. It is good to see you.
You too, man. Hug him again.
He kind of actually does hug you a little bit. This is what I need.
Yeah, man. Friendship and murder, I guess.
Like the two essentials.
Yeah. And maybe one day we'll get back to the, animals, petting zoo, veterinarian business. We'll play it by ear.
Sure. And Benji just like turns and does like the Batman walk.
Cool.
Where he just like poofs.
Nice.
So, yeah.
All right.
Take that intimacy moment.
Yeah.
He is not wild anymore. I believe they're night.
That gives me an advancement. I am going to use my intimacy move again. So I gain a specific and clear vision about their future.
Okay. About their future. It's kind of a lot like remember when you kind of saw into Kay's future and there was that like crawling darkness around the edge of it. This time it's like you're viewing it from the bottom of a well. Like it's tunnel visioned. And you're just sort of very far away. Almost like you're viewing it from like the bottom of a pit. And you see you see Benji wrapping his hand around someone's throat. And you see it shudders a little bit, and you see Benji take a couple of rounds of fire and collapse, and then you see it shudder a little bit more, and then Benji gets back up.
Okay. Yep, that's it. I'll take that and just drive away.
Okay. And I think actually that is a good point. Yep, exactly what I was thinking, Knox. A good point to take a break. Because this is our finale, we're going to extend it a little bit, and we're going to go till 10 Central. So 10 Central. So 10-minute break. Yeah, 5 to 10-minute break. We'll call it there. But yeah, so thanks for hanging out with us through that emotional first half. We'll see where things go, and we'll be right back. So that is you. All right, welcome back to Juneau What Darkness Cost. We are just wrapping up some of our final conversations before the showdown. And I say final with obviously just like a immediate finality, not, or maybe I don't. Anyway, I think Kay was gonna go next, right? No, Knox was gonna go because Kay wanted to go last.
Yeah. I volunteered to go next. Okay. So I don't know if it's gonna count NSC move either, but so I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go seek out Tanver. Well, I think I have Tanver's contact info.
Yes,
Probably at
yes,
this
you do,
point.
and you know where to find Tanver too.
Yeah.
'Cause you've been to their shed before.
Yeah,
so.
their meth shed.
Their meth cool shed.
Yeah. I am gonna like hit him up with a text. Let him know I'm on the way, so it's not a surprise.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go up to the shed and on the door.
Yeah. It's like one of those like old, like not old, but like kind of nondescript construction trailers. And like the door just slams open. What do you want, Def? He's got kind of like a gas mask on, kind of this like fraggly gray hair, like brown gray hair pulled into like a top bun.
Tanver. Oh, actually, hold on. Let's rewind a second. Did anyone send Daphne details about this shit? Where the hell this crap's going on?
Yeah, I mean, I would have. I can also just summon you.
So what happened? Does anyone send the deets, or is Peter like, I'm gonna fuck with this bitch, I'm just gonna summon her dumb ass? Like, what's happening?
I'm gonna summon her. I'm not.
You fuckface.
Okay. All right. So back
yeah.
to
flashback moment.
mm-hmm.
So the that ghost that I told you about. I have more information. Their name is Peter. And they are trying to kill a wizard tonight at some sort of shed owned by a human. Unfortunately, I don't know the location details. Have you heard or I don't know. Have you and your lot seen sheds out in the middle of nowhere?
I'm sorry. That was a lot.
Are you with me?
All
Should
right.
I come back? Do you want the ghost boy or what?
I mean, you want me to go get him now? Like, I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on here. Like sheds in the middle of nowhere. I mean, there are a dime a dozen in Alaska.
I know, that's the unfortunate part. Do you want to make a deal, Tanver?
I mean, we really haven't fulfilled the deal from last time, right?
Well, that is what we are doing right now.
Okay, so you want to like reestablish the deal? That's okay.
Correct.
Just getting everything kind of fucking on the line. So.
Right. So here is what I promise to you is I need you to be ready. I need you to be ready. And I say whatever day has been communicated to me that this thing is gonna go down. I need you to be ready on that day. And I mean ready, actually ready to defend yourself, to capture Ghosty, to maybe do battle with the wizard. I don't know. There will be some people there. Anyways, so I am going to help them with their wizard problem. If you will help me with my ghost problem. And
right.
I can deliver, well, not so much deliver the ghost to you, but I can bring you to where he is. Do we have a deal? You will take care of the ghost, and I will show you where he is.
So really all we're doing is helping you solve your problems.
Do you want a ghost for your ghoul experiments? I mean, are you drowning in ghosts right now?
I mean, we're not hurting too bad, but
Okay, all right.
I
Then
mean,
never
if
mind. And
I mean, how?
gonna start
Wait,
walking away.
Daphne.
What?
Okay, let me finish my questions. How powerful is this ghost? Because that could, we're kind of lacking in ones that have a little bit more exertion on reality.
He did help me kill a fairy. And he knows the fairy lady, Mildred.
Okay.
So he's got that in his brain, or whatever they have up there. He oh, right. One time, the police came to my place of business, and there was a car flipped right side up. Maybe it was
Right side up, like that's how they're supposed to be, right? I mean,
It
upside
was-
down,
It
the
was
other way.
It was what's this saying? Ass over tea kettle.
Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, yeah, that's probably a tier 3 or tier 4 Spectre.
Oh, wow, he's a big boy.
Yeah, we'll be just shoot us the information.
All right, so I don't have information. I don't know where it is, but I suspect they will find a way to get me there. And there might not be a way in which I can deliver directions to you. So, if we have a deal,
Mm-hmm.
then if you just think really hard, you can transport to where I am at. Or I can think about you and bring you to me. It is a new trick I've learned. I'm very excited about it.
Is that you're thinking of the invocation, right?
Yeah.
That only works so if they have a death, they can bring you to them, or if you think about it, you can be brought to them. Like you can't bring someone to you.
Oh no! Fuck! Am I reading this damn thing wrong?
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify in case that's what you were referring to.
Someone to appear in their present location to you to have you appear. Oh, motherfucker! Son of a bitch!
It'd be really, really powerful if you could literally just like pull someone out of existence to your presence.
Oh, but you know what? This is modern day technology.
Mm-hmm.
And when I am there, I will send you the address
it's kind of
as it shows up on my Google Maps.
All right, that makes more sense.
You just have to be there very fast because
We'll
I think
ready.
things will happen very quickly.
We'll be ready. He kind of rubs underneath his nose and just it's like, are we done?
Can we maybe keep this between us? As in, I think you'll be as opposed to if he has questions, wants to know who you spoke to. It wasn't me.
All right.
Word gets around.
Yeah, because I do a great job of revealing all of my sources for people that give me leads on ghosts. It's a great business model, because that gets out in the ghost community.
Do you need sex? What is your problem?
Oh no, I'm just cranky as fuck. And
no
he
shit.
Just slams the door.
Fine. And then I walk to my Prius and drive silently back to my lodge.
All right. And finally we have Kay.
Okay. I would like to drive back to my house.
Okay.
And go to like wherever that was. It just like in the main foyer area that this whole situation happened?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Does it look the same?
Yeah. Hasn't been any cleanup or anything. So
cool. Kay's gonna kind of just stand there for a second and collect themselves. And then they are going to kind of almost robotically begin setting up a small ritual circle in the middle of the floor, nearby where their father is, not like under their father, but nearby. One that I have learned about and been told about could be used to commune with this particular individual who has gifted us with these magical powers. And I would love to use my new move, which is called Tendrils in the Dark.
Okay. Please explain to the class and the audience what that
Well,
frickin'
you see,
does.
class, if you're taking now, it's when you seek the guidance of your patron through rituals and portents, roll a spirit. If I succeed, extra stuff. Essentially, talk to your sugar daddy. If good things happen, good things happen. If bad things happen, bad things could happen.
Okay. All right, I'm here for this. Yeah.
It's cool because I'm real nervous.
Yeah. Would you like to go ahead and roll?
Yes. I guess before I roll, I should kind of I want to talk first, and then I'll roll to see what transpires from my talking.
Okay, so you're talking to your patron.
I am
unquote.
attempting to communicate with my patron.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna do something really sort of grimdark here, and you can X if you want to.
Okay.
But as you call out, you see the body of your father kind of put an arm down, and then put another arm down, and just sort of slink up. Hello. Okay. I sensed you needed a conversation.
This is not what I had in mind, but then again, I guess not much is these days. I need to make sure that I am powerful enough to stop what's happening.
All right.
And I need to know what I have to do to make sure that I can stop what's happening.
Tell me, what do you want to stop? Is it your brother? Is it pain for your family? Is it the death of your friends? You have plenty of options.
I want to stop those who lurk in the shadows from taking control of Juneau. I want it to be controlled by those who are more mundane than we are.
All right. And I want fresh blood. I'm learning families aren't always the way to go. I want the satisfaction of the choice. Let's call you a recruiter.
Should I roll Taryn before I make this decision?
This is up to you. If you would
Okay.
like to, yeah.
Okay. I would like to, because there is a potential chance, like on a 7 to 9. Specifically, I'm drawn further back into their service, which that's
Okay.
what this sounds like is heading that direction.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, in my head, this like in a weird meta kind of way, this role is like the decision that Kay is going to make, essentially.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh no. I'm so nervous, you guys. I'm shaking. I don't like this. Okay. So I roll a spirit, which thank God I have a plus in. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I shit you not. I rolled an 11 and I have +1, so it's a 12.
Okay.
Okay. So when I hit, I mean, I think you can read it, but
Yeah, and I hit the signs and signals are laid out before you. You take +1 if you follow the path. So,
I guess Kay's response will be, well, I suppose we'll see after all of this is taken care of, if I even survive, depending on what you can give me.
so you're kind of your father's body begin to slump back down to the floor as he sort of exasperates the last air that has filled the lungs. We'll see indeed. Fight strong, Kay. And you feel yourself sort of like, it's like you've gained like 10 new muscles. Like everything just kind of magnifies in your current form. You can't imagine what that will be like when you sort of turn.
Hulk out.
Yeah. So I am gonna say you both have swapped a debt.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. And then
Demon Daddy is what I'm gonna put him
Yeah.
down as.
Beelzebub.
Beelzebub.
Yeah. Person. Yeah. I think that's that's good there. And then you get that +1.
Yeah, I got a +1 forward for following
Whatever.
or for following stuff. Cool.
Okay. And we are just hitting the last hour mark, so I think that's a perfect time to transition to the opening of the showdown. Who's showing up to the shed first? I'm guessing that's Red. You're muted.
Making sure the tea kettle's on and making sure that the button I have to press, which is on the back doorknob, where the lock button would be, and making sure there's booze bottles sitting around. I've had enough time to sober up, but I'm making it look like I've been drinking.
Okay.
That sense of security.
All right. And who is showing up beforehand? So of the players, are any of you showing up before 3:30?
I believe I am.
Okay.
Are you going to make that known to Red?
No.
Okay.
So where are you in relation to the shed?
So I am going to in the woods. I am watching this thing from a move away.
Okay.
I am going to mark a corruption to only be able to speak and be heard, etc. Not be physical and not be seen.
Okay.
I think Kay would be on their way. Maybe not get there at 3 or whatever. Did Red actually tell them like a specific time?
Yeah, it was 3:30. We
Okay.
clarified that. So.
Okay. Yeah, Kay would be heading that direction at the very least.
Okay.
In skeptical preparation.
Okay.
I wonder if I can summon Kay out of their car.
I mean, you probably can.
You can.
I mean, that's okay. I could get another one.
Are you gonna do that?
I don't know that they're in their car, so.
Well, you're just gonna summon them. Are you going to summon them? Is the question.
I will summon them when the need arises.
Okay. Okay. So you're not summoning them at this moment.
Because I think it'd be obvious if. My thought is the more people around, the more noticeable it might be that there's something going on.
Brody, what's your timeline? Are you gonna be there?
I'll pick up Benji whenever he wants to. I would have sent a text message at one point to Kay saying, just be careful today.
Okay.
But I'll do what he thinks is best.
Yeah. And did we establish, because everything happened kind of that night, is this 3:30 that in the morning or 3:30 in the afternoon?
I was thinking afternoon.
Okay. So, so it gets to about 3:25, 3:30. And Peter, you're kind of the person on watch right now. You see a couple of vehicles pull up. And out of one of them steps Saris. And out of the passenger side steps a young man that you've never seen before. And they sort of make their way into the cabin. And a little ways back, you see another car sort of stop a ways back. And right about this time, you get a knock.
Right, I go over to the door. I just a little stumble back, got a little burp. So, I thought this was just going to be a little like one-on-one, which you're bringing a posse for.
And as you open the door, it's Saris and the person whose picture you've been carrying around this entire time. It's Chadwick.
Oh, Daddy's been looking for you, kid.
Kind of just goes to speak, and Saris kind of just like snaps his fingers, and you see Chadwick's jaw just clamp shut.
Well, thanks for bringing my work. I guess that means once all this matter is taken care of with that other wizard, and I'll be able to hopefully get him back to his dad. That's what I'm taking this as.
Yeah, this is just a friendly little peace offering,
Yeah, I see. I hold up my still taped together fingers and go, thanks for the peace offering. I mean, I've been a little mighty sore about what went down between us before. Come on in. How many vehicles are you bringing today?
Just kind of gives you a look like you can count, right?
You don't have any more friends coming? Come on in. Have a seat. I pull out one of those old chairs that has like the green and white marble backing to it, and the duct tape holding a few cracks together.
Like Saruman sits down because apparently that's his name now. Sort of sits down, kind of does the like Riker sit. For any Star Wars or Star Trek fans. I said Star Wars, wow.
So he's tall and lanky. Star Wars, you are a fake nerd. That's what you are.
That was on accident. I totally meant Star Trek. It's been a long day. So, hey, Yeah, Emma, don't yell at me. But yeah, so and then he kind of just like shoves Chadwick into the corner.
All right. Well, I'm just going to let you know right now, Taryn, he's sitting on the chair that has the arcane lock on it. So he is sitting on the trap. And if he tries to get up, his butt is essentially glued to the chair, and the chair will not move as long as he's sitting on it.
Okay.
As is one of the features from the bunker ability that I took from the hunter.
Nice.
Now that they have moved in, I will move in closer in my invisible form, so I am just outside the cabin listening in.
Okay. Yeah, so you're listening in, they're settling in. I think about this time, I think Kay, you're arriving. You see a couple of black SUVs up by the shed, and parked a little further back is a familiar vehicle, your brother's car.
Okay. Shit. Kay sees this and just like grips the steering wheel really, really, really hard. They were not expecting this to happen.
And I think because of your, we'll call it a pact boon, since we're talking in D&D terms, you sort of just like, you feel like the steering wheel like crack under your grip.
Okay. Kay does not want that interaction to happen. So they would like to try to does the forest butt up against this cabin?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. But
okay.
it is, I will remind you, it's basically winter at this point, so it's
Right.
sort of open a little bit more. You know how like trees, since they've lost a lot of the leaves and stuff, like you can see a little bit through.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to wait in the car until I see anyone else approaching the cabin. Or until Red summons me. Whichever one happens first.
Okay. Yeah. And about this time, Brody, you show up with Benji, and he kind of has you pull up behind Xavier's car.
Okay.
Okay, I lied.
You lied?
I did. Kay is gonna immediately text Brody. And the text will just say, well, assuming that he can, that Benji can be seen in the car. I assume that a Camino does not have exceptionally tinted windows, especially one as wonderfully beat up as yours.
No, there probably really aren't much of windows anymore.
Okay. Yeah, no. Kay will kind of like just slump down and then text Brody and literally say in all caps, "What the fuck are you doing here with Benji?"
Brody will type back saying, you wanted to say hi to everyone? You should probably hang out back there for a little bit.
Okay. So we'll cut back to in the shed.
All right. And so I got that information that that wizard. Turns out I'm not sure how much you knew about him. You didn't give me anything, but I've discovered it is a FBI agent.
Huh. That's it's kind of interesting. It's I mean, heard about their sort of dealings in that industry, but no, doesn't really mess with plants. No, we're good.
All right. Well, okay. I made sure I had him out of the place. He's at the. Not sure if this was like he wanted to assassinate him or something, or just find out what he was all about. So I made sure he wouldn't be here tonight.
Nope, we can handle it. Yep.
Okay. Do you know what their plans are? Because I got the info on that too.
Kind of leans in a little bit. It's like, do tell, please.
All right. Hey Chadwick, while you're here, can you look any of that? We'll get some vodka off the top shelf in the cupboard there. I getting a little fidgety. I'm coming down off the drink. So I'll sit down and just say, all right, so I was at the Narrows and I got a text saying what time to meet him. So I get there thinking I'm just going to meet someone like you, but not unlocks a guy in a suit. And at this point, I'm looking back at Chadwick and there's no bottle where I told him it would be, and it's over by the back door. And so anyway, he comes in and he introduces himself as Agent Crawford. And says there's something about the infrastructure of the city that's integral to this plan going on. And they're thinking of destroying some of the infrastructure that deals with your situation. Now, I'm going to go get my drink because he doesn't look like he knows where the hell he's going. So I'm heading back to the back door.
Okay. Sarah attempts to get up and due to the arcane lock just sits and like, the fuck? What the fuck is this, Red?
Yeah, by the way, they're planning on blowing up that bridge, and I'm planning on blowing up this shed. And
kind of, you see Chadwick just kind of like, his eyes go wide, and he's like running towards the door.
He's by the back door.
Yeah.
If he tries to open that door...
Okay.
So I'm going to take off for the door at the same time, because if he gets he's already halfway there, I'm sure.
Yeah. So.
And while I do this, I am going to. Okay, we'll see what happens next.
I would like to possess Chadwick.
Okay.
I will mark a corruption.
Okay. Okay, so while this is all going, Chadwick kind of goes limp, I'm guessing, because of your possession. Yeah. So you beat Chadwick there. And are you doing anything with Chadwick's body?
I'm gonna get him in a headlock, as I plan on jumping out that door as soon as I open it, and I'm just gonna try and fall back into the little ditch and put these down.
That's fine. Sorry, I actually misunderstood that whole thing, so never mind.
Okay.
But well, if he made it to the door and didn't give me a chance to catch up, and the second he turned that doorknob, I would have blown up like the 5 feet before I made it through the door. So what you did.
Yeah, no, I did not want to possess Chadwick. I got switched up. What I want to do is when Chadwick clears, I'm gonna cash in the one debt I've always had on Daphne, and summon her because she has invocation now.
Okay, so are you summoning her in the shed?
Yes.
Okay. So
as Chadwick clears.
Well, if Chadwick gets to the door first, correct me if I'm wrong, Red. The door is gonna the trigger goes.
When that doorknob, you know those doorknobs where you push the back of it and that locks the door.
Okay.
And if you turn the doorknob, it pops the lock back out.
Yeah.
So no one could get in from outside, but if that doorknob pops, that's going to set off like a 1 second.
Okay, delay. So for you to beat Chadwick, I'm gonna have you actually, I'm gonna have you let it out, to kind of get this situation under control.
Too much going on. I have no idea what I'm doing.
So, in this moment,
explosion.
as you're letting it out, Daphne's showing up.
Okay, so I'm gonna let it out, and does that roll with blood?
That rolls with spirit.
Oh, good. That's better than my blood with a bonus of 0. All right, and that's a 6.
Okay.
Oh no! Well, here we go. We're all
Yeah.
going up. We're all going up.
So Chadwick gets the door. You go to like grapple him and like get him out of the way, and you reach for the door, and he clicks it first, and like he squirms out from underneath you.
I had a corruption move, eyes on the door. When danger
Okay.
from as to the supernatural, I can mark corruption to escape as if I rolled a 12.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, mark that.
Oh my god.
Amazing. Oh, yeah. So as this goes to like fail, you kind of just like grab and pull yourself along and pull him and yourself into this ditch. And on a 10 plus, you ignore the corruption since you rolled a 12 basically. Take a +1 on your forward, +1 forward index roll. Extend your senses, supernatural, otherwise, frighten, intimidate, or impress your opposition, or take definite hold of something valuable or exposed. I'm gonna go ahead and do that last one just for Chadwick to get him into the ditch, if that's all right.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. So as you do that, Daphne, you're summoned into the middle of the shed, and you see a unfamiliar face trying to like pull himself from a chair. And Peter, do you say anything before?
I say, when you come for the king, you better not miss. Before it goes up.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to do in the 1 second before the explosion goes off, Daphne?
I'm gonna wink at Peter, blow him a kiss, cash in my debt with Chloe, and bamf out of there.
All right.
I knew it.
And then, wherever the hell Chloe's at, I'm gonna look at my phone, see wherever the heck my phone pinged, and pop that location over to Tanver.
Okay. I'm trying to think of the you know what? We'll go for the drama move. Yeah, it pinged in time. In the 1 second. Yeah, because I'm all about the drama as
That's
the MC.
right. That's right.
So yeah. You pinged Tanver and kind of gives you like a ghost gun knife thumbs up emoji, like a line of that.
No.
I'm also going to give him all the details that I saw, as little information as I probably got in that moment. Send him some text real quick and.
Okay. So we're gonna cut to Brody and Kay.
Is there no explosion?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
You two just witness as this shed, as you're sort of texting back and forth, just as 1 second is there and the next second the windows blow out of the SUVs in front of you, and it just rattles. This is a large explosion.
Kay is immediately going to cash in a debt with Red and appear where Red is.
Okay.
Assuming Red is still alive.
Yeah, I'm gonna say with that 12 on the let it out, yeah, that kind of achieves the success. But you are taking, I'm gonna give you 3 wounds, from the blast.
Okay, I have 1 armor, so I take.
That's for Red.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So the blast clears, and you kind of teleport.
So how many before I get what's considered grievous?
Like the boxes off top to bottom.
Yeah. So
So I get
Wait,
3 faint.
Yeah, so you start with faint, and then you keep checking. So if you got 3 wounds and you have no armor, you start with faint, check that one off, and then you go down to Grievous and check one off.
So you would mark those 3. You'd mark faint and the 2 in Grievous.
Oh gosh,
You are grievously wounded right now.
I am okay with that. That's awesome.
Okay.
Not
yeah.
David.
And Kay, you sort of appear, and normally you would take a little bit of like aftershock, like the heat, but because of your 1 armor, you're okay. Get it? Okay. Sorry. I'm the worst. But yeah, so Red is tucked into this sort of ditch that's been dug alongside the back door. His body over another person.
Okay. Yeah, they're gonna kind of scrabble down and make sure that they're alive, for one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like gingerly turning them over and saying, well, not saying, probably yelling, because it's like there's a burning building nearby. No, you know what they would do? Because they're like right next to this burning shed, right? Like this exploded shed. No, they're gonna try to pull Red away from the burning building.
Okay.
Smarts.
Yeah.
And I guess
Yeah, you go ahead. No, you go ahead and do that. Yeah. I wouldn't say there's any roll attached to that.
I'm so strong.
Well, also, yeah. I mean, we're all about the thematics, so. Yes, you
Adrenaline
take
strength.
your arms underneath Red, and Red's kind of like almost like stuck, latched on to Chadwick, and so you're dragging both of them, but again, because of your communication and that debt you took, it will just pull them away. And as you're pulling them away, you kind of step into view, and you look down the clearing, and you see your brother getting out of his car.
Is the Brody? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, and then Brody, Benji sees Xavier stepping out of his vehicle. He's like, it's time to go.
Do you want the shotgun, or like, I can hold it? I'm really not good with it.
He kind of just reaches over and grabs it. It's like,
there you go. All right.
Do I see Benji?
Yeah, you see Benji.
I'm going to manifest to be able to be seen and heard.
Okay.
So Benji can see me.
He kind of just starts, as he's about to start like having a communication with Xavier, and then sees you and starts just charging forward.
I open up my arms and smile, and then I possess Chadwick.
Okay.
And through Chadwick's body, I say, if you want to kill me, you better be willing to kill every fucking person in Juneau, because I will use their bodies as a shield. And I am going to charge at him with Chadwick's body.
Okay. Yeah, he does not seem fazed by that and just levels a shot into Chadwick. Yeah, so Chadwick's body takes 2 wounds. No, I gotta look at some things. No, pump action shotguns are 3 harm. So close, loud, messy. So
I'm gonna look over at Red and Kay as Chadwick for a brief time. I'm gonna say, if you want to save the innocence of Juneau, you better start by killing this idiot who's back in the game. And I'm gonna point to Benji.
Brody, what are you doing?
I'll back him up a little bit, watching a little bit in horror.
Okay.
Benji, I don't know how to kill Peter. I'm gonna be flat out honest with you. Daphne's not here. I don't know how you're gonna kill him. Oh, I mean, all power to you. I want to support you in this endeavor. I don't know how.
He's charging at the moment with a shotgun in his hand, so I don't think he really has time for constructive criticism about his methods.
So I would like to use my power of get the fuck whatever it's called. Wall. You always have an opening to escape, and you can take someone with you.
Okay.
If you fail, you piss off ghosts.
Okay.
So I'm going to take Chadwick with me.
Okay. So you have to roll first, right?
Yeah.
What do you roll with?
Spirit.
Okay.
10.
Okay. Yeah, you are gone. And I'm going to say because of that, Chadwick has already loaded another shot and is firing and is getting ready to fire towards Kay and Red.
Chadwick or
You mean?
Oh, Chadwick's gone.
Benji. I meant Benji.
okay.
I will try to convince him. Ben, he's gone, man. He's gone. You gotta pump the brakes real quick. Do not pump the shotgun. Pump the brakes. He's gone. Do not.
Kay is gonna go full demon.
Okay.
I just have to roll for. Okay. That is a 9.
Okay.
+1.
So you choose one, and you can, if you're working a job for your patron, choose one more. If you mark corruption, choose one more. So you can also use your +1 from your forward, from your
That's right.
your tendrils. I would suggest this would be a good time to do that.
Yes, and I'm also gonna mark corruption so I can choose 3.
Okay. So what are you choosing here?
I'm going to choose. I'm going to choose gain 1 armor, so now I have an armor of 2.
Okay.
I'm going to choose demonic movement of flight.
Okay.
And I'm going to choose the demonic weapon of 3 harm hand, which means I have to be like right up next to them.
Okay. All right.
Because if that shotgun's gonna shoot anybody, it's gonna be the one with all the armor, not the flesh boy.
I'm gonna say you startle Benji enough. The shot does go off. Most of it hits you, but one does get to Red. So Red, you take another harm.
Shit.
So instead of that going through your armor basically protected Red from dying, but he still took another hit.
Okay. All right, cool.
Would this be at okay, yeah, I don't even get to roll for need anything. My +1 armor for trouble chasing down a lead wouldn't help with it.
No.
Okay, I'm now in the critical line. I have 1 left before I am a puddle of red.
Cool.
Yes.
Cool.
Who has something they want to do?
If I have Chadwick to safety now,
yes.
I'm going to spend one of my 5 holds I have on Red and appear in his presence because he's in danger.
Finally use that freaking intimacy move.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And I would love to pounce on Benji.
Okay. Yeah.
I would like to look in your eyes and stop you from moving with eyes that burrow. Everyone just calm the fuck down for a minute. Please. You have to stay still.
Oh.
So yeah.
Mark my corruption.
I'm next to Red.
Yeah.
And me, who's much bigger. Okay. Can I still? I just can't move, right?
It says you have to stay still as long as I'm looking at you.
Okay.
So we can talk this out. Benji, just lower the shotgun a little bit.
He kind of is Peter visible at this moment?
I still am, yeah.
Okay, so he's just kind of like, and like steps to the side around and just levels another shot at you.
It'll pass through me. I'm not physically manifested.
Okay.
I'm visible and can talk.
So this is what I was saying.
Where are you standing, Peter?
Behind you, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, but are you standing in front of Red?
Next to.
Okay.
Okay, Red, are you doing anything at this moment?
Yeah, I'm waiting. I don't want to hog the spotlight.
Well, I'm reading up on what critical is. And critical harm is a shattered skull or a sucking chest wound. This kind of damage doesn't get better without serious medical intervention or magic. In fact, it's absolutely going to get worse. If you don't do something quickly, you're going to fucking die. Verbatim.
Mm-hmm.
So I am obviously, with what energy I have, going to do that cinematic thing where, yeah, I'm bleeding out, but strapped to my prosthetic leg, I have had a sawed-off shotgun that I got, and I am going to pull it out and just take aim at Revengey. So,
Okay, do you want to unleash, or do you want to let it out again, just for funsies?
just tell me again about the let it out.
Let it out is basically you let out the power within you. It's a little different for humans, but on a hit, choose one and mark corruption. On a 10 plus, ignore the corruption, or choose another from the list. Basically, you get a +1. You can extend your senses, frighten, intimidate, or impress your opposition. And then you can take definite hold of something valuable or exposed, like your intestines that are currently exposed. Sorry, bad joke. And then unleash is when you're attacking someone, you roll with blood. On a hit, you inflict harm as established. Choose one. Inflict terrible harm. I guess an unleash would be what you're doing right now. So.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the unleash, but because of the thing I got for advancing, I can roll with mind instead.
Okay.
Because I took expert marksman.
Nice. So yeah.
Expert marksman with a shotgun. All right, so I unleash, and that is a plus my 1, comes to a total of 10.
Okay, 10 on a hit, inflict harm as established and choose one. So you do 3 harm to Revengey. Are you happy, Alexis? And then you inflict terrible harm, which adds something, or you take something from them.
Oh, yes.
Okay, yeah, that weapon he's currently wielding is gone because his forearm is gone. I'm gonna take his forearm.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? That'll grow back. It'll be fine.
He'll get better.
Yeah. But yeah. So he just kind of like that blast just catches him in the shoulder, and that arm drops with a shotgun, and he just kind of is like, and reaches back with a pistol.
I'm getting red out of here. I'm using my thing again.
Okay.
I'm using wall. What wall?
Where are you getting me to?
I'm rolling with spirit.
Is that good or bad?
It's a 5.
That's bad.
However, I believe we still escape, but I just piss off ghosts in the process.
Let me check.
Because the wording is, if you fail, you piss off ghosts. I don't know what.
But I think
I still don't. Because it's
you always have an opening to escape, so technically you're rolling the escape.
Okay.
So because you fail, you don't get out.
Right. Understood.
Is Benji? Sorry. Is Revengey? Not Revengey. Is Brody? Are you still locking down K at this moment? Yeah. Revengey just lines up a shot and says, "You made my list," and fires into Red.
How many damage would that be considered?
That's 2.
Am I able to take a scar, or am I only able to block one of those advancements? I'm looking at scar. I haven't taken. This is the most damage I've taken. Scars. when you suffer harm, you may always ignore that harm by marking a scar.
Yeah.
Pushing through the immediate situation at some permanent cost, ignoring harm suffered by immediately reducing one of your main stats.
Yeah. You can mark a scar to ignore all harm you are about to mark. So.
Okay. So I'm gonna go with that scar, and oh god. So, what part of me should I? Let's take a vote in the chat. What should I lose?
Here's what I thought immediately: your other leg.
Oh gosh, Lieutenant Dan, here I come.
So that seems like a shattered.
Yeah. So there goes my blood. That's okay. Now I'm a -2 blood.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't need that other leg anyway. Thanks, Kay.
Sorry.
It's okay. No, okay. I'm marking that scar to avoid getting my last critical.
Yep.
Yeah. I would love to do something.
Okay. Yeah.
I would love to cash in. Oh God, I'm so glad I stockpiled these. Cash in a debt with Brody to appear right behind him.
Okay. Yes.
And oh God. No, I'm just gonna flying leap over top of Brody and get Benji from behind, or attempt to.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Roll to unleash.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, this is crazy.
This is real
Okay, and
crazy.
I have a +1 on going. Is that right?
You got a +1 forward, and you use that for your.
Okay, that's
So.
fine. That's fine. I rolled an 11.
Okay. So on a hit, you inflict harm. So you do your 3 damage.
Yep.
And you inflict. Actually, because he's already taken 3 damage, you just kind of rake across Benji's back, and he goes down.
I want to go from like top right shoulder down to bottom left hip.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
How many times are we gonna have to kill him, Brody?
I mean, probably a lot. That's why I was hoping we could talk this out and just calm down for a second, because you can't die. He's gonna keep coming back. This is gonna be like weeks, just months of this. It's gonna be rough.
Kay's gonna turn around and say, Benji, what the fuck?
And as you're turning around, you notice that Xavier is behind Benji and is just wrapping these chain-like claws around Benji's torso. Not a Benji, sorry, Brody. Brody. Yeah.
Xavier?
What's around my torso?
You have been gripped and
Oh.
grabbed by Xavier, and he is in full demon form, and it's this like, yeah.
Yeah, that's not I'm gonna just go straight for him.
Okay. Yeah. Brody, you get tossed. So you're just getting like shoveled out of the way, but you go about 10 feet and slam into a tree.
Okay.
And yeah, take three wound.
I was trying to prevent a fight, correct?
Yeah.
I take 1 because I have harshing my mellow, and the upgrade I took was tough as nails.
Okay. So
Brody
Nice.
bounces back.
Brody, stocky Brody.
Thick Brody. Triple C's. Triple C.
I've been doing some squats.
And yeah, Xavier is just kind of like now like stomping towards UK as you're now
Oh, cool.
charging.
I'm just like wings out, like just full straight on, like.
Okay.
Tackling.
Yeah, give me an unleash if that's what you're planning on.
Yep. Oh shit! It's double ones.
Oh no. Yeah, you just miss. Yeah, so as you go to like scrape, and he just catches your hand.
Okay. Yeah, I was trying to like go for like a full body tackle, but he can
Okay.
like.
He just
Yep.
kind of like catches you. Just come on, Kay. You're gonna have to do better than that. Is anyone else doing anything?
If she's going after Brother Belton, I am going to use my newest corruption move, Siphon.
Okay.
I mark a corruption to reach into someone's body and inflict 2 harm. Parentheses AP. I don't know what the fuck that means. On them. And
Okay.
I heal 1 harm.
Oh, AP is armor penetrating, so it doesn't matter how much armor they have. So you just straight up do 2 harm.
So I'm going to walk up to Brother Belton and just reach into his chest.
Okay.
And deal 2 harm to him.
Yep.
Why don't you fuck off?
Okay. Yeah. He's going to kick at you. And you're physical right now, right?
No, I didn't. I never did. I was assuming I could just reach in as a ghost.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
You're not physical?
No, I'm not physical.
Okay. So the kick goes through you and into K.
Mm-hmm.
So that does 3 harm, but you have 2 armor, right?
Yeah.
So it's 1 harm, and then it's going to take another slash at you for another harm.
Cool.
Oh my god. I'm really corrupted, y'all.
Okay.
But I'm gonna let Kay do something before I. Well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Red, K, are you guys doing anything?
I'm gonna
Or that
mark
good old
corruption.
Brody.
I have to do something too.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go eyes on the door and see if I can get out of danger again by marking corruption. I'm just gonna try and get my body behind a tree.
Okay. Yep.
I'm just
totally,
crowd walking, but with
totally
no
valid.
elbow.
It's like
shifting.
armor. This is like armor crawling, but backwards.
Yeah, I'm just crawling backwards on my elbows, and I'm just pushing myself behind a tree.
All right. Yeah. So
I would like to try to scoop Benji's body and get in the Camino.
okay. So you need to do something. So the way this works is this is an attempt to escape, but you need to do something to basically create a yeah. And next they will show up eventually. This has all just been happening very quickly. Like you texted them like 2 minutes ago.
Right.
It's gonna take them a little bit of time.
We'll all be
But
dead
yeah.
before they get here. It's fine.
So you need to mislead, distract, or trick to create an opening to escape. So you need you to roll with mind.
Sure. 9.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, 9 plus 1.
Okay. So 10. You pick 3. So on a hit, they are fooled, at least for a moment. On a 10 plus, pick 3. You create an opening. You expose a weakness or flaw. You confuse them for some time, or you avoid further entanglement. So you can pick 3 of those.
For sure, avoid further entanglement.
And create an opportunity, I'm guessing.
Yeah, those 2. I would like to expose a weakness in Peter.
Okay. I'm going to say that the way this manifests in story is you kind of run and you just ignite and you're like vampire light kind of thing, your defense, and it just blinds everyone for a moment. And the way this light hits Peter, it materializes him for a moment. And in that, Brother Belton is going to take another punch at Peter, because this weakness has been exposed, and do 3 points of damage to Peter.
Woo, doggy.
And then Brody, go ahead and roll your escape now to take advantage of this opportunity.
This is plus my blood. 10.
Okay. On a 10, choose one. You do get away, but you suffer harm during your escape. You end up in another dangerous situation, and you leave something important behind. you owe someone a debt for your escape, or you give into your base nature and mark corruption.
I'll say corruption.
Yeah, I figured as much. So as you are lit up like a Christmas tree, this like black veined Christmas tree, you kind of reach out and grab Benji's body and you float to the car.
Whoa.
All right. Kay.
Hey.
Peter, are you out of the situation?
I'm still...
Not Peter. Red.
I'm behind a tree and hopefully safe from the gunshot blasts.
Okay.
He's fighting because Red is also thinks he's hallucinating from blood loss because this is the first time he's seen the tainted people unleash.
Okay.
And
Peter,
then also
Kay.
he's got gaping wounds.
Kay is gonna swing again at their brother. They're gonna try to knock them to the ground and attempt to essentially just like, it's gonna hurt, but essentially like, oh, I know what they want to try to pin them to the ground, but using like their hand, like their claws to try to like pin them to the ground.
I think this is still an unleash.
Yeah,
Because
flavor.
I would say this is take something from them. Would be their footing,
like their
probably.
Mobility. Yeah. Okay, that's an 8.
Okay. So you can choose one, take something from them, or inflict terrible harm. I'm guessing you're choosing to take something from them, their footing.
Yeah.
If that's and then they inflict harm on you, or you find yourself in a bad spot.
I'll find myself in a bad spot.
Okay. So as you get your
Oh wait,
brother...
question. Does the wound ignore armor?
No.
Then I'll take a wound.
Okay, well, it's inflict harm.
Oh,
so
never mind.
You would take one wound.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, no, I'll find myself in a bad situation then.
Okay, find yourself in a bad
loophole.
No, you don't get to loophole me. But yeah, you find yourself, you're pinning him to the ground, but he's got at this point now a chain sort of wrapped around you, so you're pinning him down, but he's got you pinned to him too.
Okay.
I was gonna.
I just. Go ahead.
Someone go.
I'm gonna siphon him again. I'm gonna mark it corruption. Okay. That's two harm. Ignore armor.
Okay, so he is now at
critical, or
critical. He's in critical, so he is quite wounded.
Yeah, he's taken 4 from me.
Yeah.
He hasn't taken any from me.
Oh, okay.
He's still in critical though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm healed.
As I have him pinned down, I don't think my demonic form can actually cry, but it's definitely like a weird voice that
you can cry blood, sure, let's call that.
All right, cool. And Kay is just gonna kind of to shake their head and say, I'm sorry. And
are you gonna attack again?
I've always loved you. And he's going to attack him again.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Roll your unleash.
Do it, your brother.
Fuck, it's 2 1s.
No.
God damn it. But I mean, it makes sense because like it's like at the last minute he
can't.
It can't.
So as you kind of miss, you just, I love you too, and it's gonna like use the chain. He's gonna use the chain that he has wrapped around you to just chuck you. Like pretty far. Let's say 20 feet. 4 harm. 4 harm, so you take 2.
Okay.
And he's going to, he looks like he's about to, like, try and head out.
I will
Yes.
mark another corruption to siphon him. Oh my god.
Okay.
Y'all, I am close.
Can I also, at about the same time, cash in my final debt with my brother and appear next to him and try to stab him?
Okay, so I'm going to say don't take the 2 harm. You're doing that mid-air.
Yes.
So, and I'm going to say thematically, 1, roll your unleash while Peter's going in for the siphon.
That's a 10.
Okay. So, you both, as Peter's, reach out and your hand is going into the chest for the last time, as you know this is going to be the final blow. Kay, in their demonic form, appears behind him and just grabs and rips and tears as you both basically share in the final blow, as the demonic form crumples and the pieces that are left turn to ash and litter the ground floor.
Kay immediately falls to their knees, drops demon form, and just begins sobbing.
Yeah. What are you guys doing? Are you guys getting out of there?
No. I am going to cash in a debt. The one last debt I have on Mr. Brody Jensen. I am going to appear behind his car, hoping he is facing a cliff. And then I'm going to mark a corruption to chuck that car off the side of the road down into the side of the mountain.
Okay. I'm gonna say there's no cliffs, but you can definitely chuck it into the tree.
There we go. Just as like a fuck you, like a
Okay, so I'm going to like thematically finish this out for the evening. So as Peter appears behind Brody's car carrying the currently lifeless body again of Benji, a spectral form appears and you see it in the rearview mirror as a hand reaches out and just flings your car and yourself hurtling towards the trees. Your last moments, your last thoughts before things go black, whether that's unconscious or death, we're not quite sure at the moment, are of friendship and betrayal and a premonition and a dream that you had at the beginning of a circle and a line. And you see, as you're flying through the air, that imprinting on the city of Juneau below. Kay, you are clutching the snow-laden ash that is where your brother's body once was. You are weeping and crying, and you feel a familiar now creeping tendril hand wrap your shoulder. It says, it's time to get to work. Red, you flip open your phone one last time and you see a message from your Peter that says, talk soon, with a question mark. Daphne, you sip wine and enjoy a nice evening away from all of the drama and wonder when you're going to get a report back from Tanver. And that's what darkness costs, everyone. Thank you all for joining us. And I hope you had as much fun with that as I did.
Jesus Christ.
It was amazing.
Oh my god.
So yeah, that was the first season of Ferret Rolls presents Urban Shadows. I had a wonderful time playing this game with all of you all and getting to share this story with everyone. Yeah, that was quite impactful. I had a blast. Go ahead and where we can find you, and your favorite moment from this evening, if you can decide, because I know I sure can't. Yes.
I have a suggestion. Can we extrapolate the whole favorite moment thing and just talk about our love for this show?
Can we spend the last 10 minutes just talking about just everything?
Yeah.
We got 10 minutes.
I think that's totally fine. Yeah.
Just going around and
Yeah. Talking about what you loved about this, I guess. If that's what you're kind of thinking, yeah.
All right. Well, I have to shout out the elephant in the room, Mr. fucking Taryn. Holy shit! My God, man.
Round of applause, good sir.
The most amazing train that you have piloted us down, ridiculous. You tout us as creative, wonderful people, and yes, we are. But this was amazing, and you made it amazing.
Appreciate that. It's all you guys. I wouldn't have been able to tell the same story without you guys. So
we needed a good MC. We didn't know what the hell we were doing.
No, we all played this for the first time.
Yeah.
Together.
We're walking around being shits, and he's like, "That's called an intimacy move." Fuck.
Yay, Taryn.
So we're just gonna leave it at that. We don't know what the hell happens after. I'm broken. This is like Sopranos ending.
Don't stop.
Tune in next year.
Tune in next year when we're all back with different characters because.
I'm so thankful you guys kind of let me play around with some stuff. Like tonight, that was just not a whirlwind decision, but just kind of let's experiment with storytelling structure and see how this works and kind of allow you guys moments to really finish out your stories. So I'm glad that worked out and you guys seem to really enjoy that. So just appreciate you guys letting me kind of get my hands dirty and mess around with everything. This has been an experiment for me too, because this is my first Powered by the Apocalypse game, and so I've learned a lot.
I wish I would have thought of that for episode 50 of Ghost of the Machine. I'm stealing that one. I'm stealing. Next time we're on a time crunch and we need to wrap something up. Well, not wrap it up, but you know what I mean. Have us one start to finish. Holy shit.
Yeah, I like that. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. Just damn is right. Yeah.
This is one of my favorite things I've ever been a part of in my 17 years of playing tabletop gaming. This ranks way up there.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I really liked that having everyone sort of come together because it introduced a lot more. It created more stakes, more tension right before the big event. It also forced a person playing a character like Daphne, who is not a part of the core group at all, who has become a PC antagonist, to have to find a way to inject myself back into the narrative, which I wasn't sure how to do. So outside of being able to create all these awesome intimate character moments, that's something that I've been worried about. How am I going to get Daphne in on this? I had to meet Taryn halfway here, but you sort of handed me an olive branch and we're okay, here you go, grab on so we can pull you in. I was okay, give me some time to think about it. I'll make this shit work. So thank you for that too.
I want to thank all the players who allowed me to be as shitty as I was with Peter, and just keeping it in the game. You're all a phenomenal group to roleplay with, and as much as shit as we all give me and Peter, it's great to play a character that's sinister, but I just love him.
Watching your face when we call out your character when Peter's not around is just priceless.
And Docs, thank you for being a great adversary, a true mastermind.
Yep. Thank you as well, sir.
One of the things I loved about this system and like this game was just how freeing it was from like the normal party dynamic.
Yeah.
And like being able to like one be on the outside of that and kind of just like help you guys like facilitate the story was great. But it's really cool to see how people interact with the story when they're not like around each other all the time, and like they can kind of just they have a lot more autonomy story like individually, which is really interesting to see. We'll see you guys kind of like step into that space and kind of have fun with that and realize everything that you could do. I really enjoyed that as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it was definitely interesting to see how, like, I really, really want to go back and watch the first episode again. And because I know, at least from my standpoint, because I knew Powered by the Apocalypse, but I was still like trying to figure it out. So I didn't really do a whole lot. And like comparing it to now, which is like, it's just so open. It's just so freeing to do. You just have to talk. You just have to like have an idea and then talk it through to fruition, which sometimes we got to the fruition. Sometimes we just talked, but it's such a good system.
Yeah. When we started playing, I had a headache second or first session because there's debts, there's opening, like it's like this is too much. I was like, we're never gonna be able to sort through any of this. It's gonna be chaos. Like I'm like I don't know what's going on. And then as we played it more, I saw how the system works, and it's a brilliant system. Mm-hmm. I love it.
Yeah, corruption and debt are like two of my favorite game mechanics that I've ever interacted with.
Oh, so good.
And being able to just like encourage that, being like, I think you're asking about a debt here, or like, seems like you kind of want to spend a debt, or mark corruption. It's just it's tasty.
Oh, as an aside, because I think this would be interesting, where was everybody sitting at corruption?
I'm 1 corruption point away from taking a corruption from another archetype, which is
I'm at the exact same place.
Yeah.
Poof.
Yeah.
We tied the corruption race.
Holy shit.
I didn't get any corruption moves. I was 1 point away from getting a corruption move.
I did love how this final battle is just like a showcase of all the abilities you get. And there's no such thing as balance in this game. It is just you're either super powerful, but it doesn't matter if you're red and taken out the first round.
It's so good.
Because I didn't care the whole time I walked into this going, I'm gonna die and it's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah, I think that's one thing I love about the design of the game and the playbooks is that, like, you know, if you play like Vampire the Masquerade or something, every vampire clan has like their thing and you can lean into that, but it's up to you entirely. You know, is your vampire, you know, super happy? Is your vampire, you know, dark and brooding? But the way you operate is like everyone's pretty much the same, like this shared understanding of like vampire operations. But with all the playbooks, the way they're all designed in this game, it without you even having to try, it's like, yeah, ghosts can walk through walls and they can corrupt people because that's literally your power. You don't have to try to be a ghost. Yeah. Humans are just going to be resourceful. Yeah. The Oracle is going to be able to do crazy fucking psychic shit.
Yeah.
And Demon Woman is, or Demon Person, Demon People, I should say, are, you know, they can transform into demons and then they can communicate with their demons. Yep. And then vampires are fucking like, my ass was never going to be in the middle of that firefight because vampires can't do shit. But you know what they can do? They can manipulate the hell out of you.
Yeah.
And so it's like, it's just, they just encourage like this sort of like, almost like pop culture understanding around what this kind of creature would be. Yeah. And I think that's brilliant and awesome.
It's really so good. Go ahead, Ty.
I like too that they have those archetypes, but also like because you can take the moves from other archetypes, you can like really customize. Like I could play a totally different Oracle the next time, or like you could play the same playbook, but like make it totally different flavors, different abilities.
And the fact that you can choose different moves too, because there's like there's a couple of moves. Like I took most of the moves from my archetype, but like you could pick different starting archetypes, so you can have like, you know, of the list of 5 you can start with 2 that you didn't start with before, or yeah, like you were saying, that the fact that you can choose archetypes, and they're I'm sure going to be more and more and more to choose from in the future. So like it's just gonna get crazier and so
Dragon. Oh my god.
oh my god.
Dragons are wild.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oof.
Especially when they die. Oh my gosh.
With the move from another archetype, all 3 of you took the same one to be able to do that teleport.
It's so incantation is so good when you're shitty. It's so good.
Yeah.
I could have taken that. I was thinking of it, but then I thought, now everyone's going to have it at that point.
Invocations are,
Yeah.
Invocation would be so weird for a mortal man.
yeah.
That would be an interesting narrative to try to figure out.
The darkness, just corrupts you. Yeah, because it would be a corruption move, right? Or
No,
no, it's not. It's not. You just use
I can
it.
take a move from another archetype.
oh, that's right. That's advancement. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and shout out to other Urban Shadows games. I love learning about them and hearing about them and seeing what they're doing. Off the Table is obviously one that just fucking cannot quit Urban Shadows.
Hell, I can see why.
Yeah,
I'm
they
never
have-
giving it up. So
Yeah, they haven't. They've had like 4 shows, including a prequel, and then they're doing like a podcast right now that's 2 Urban Shadows games that take place concurrently.
6 seasons in a movie, baby,
Yes.
and a comic, a
Yes.
prequel, a reboot 10 years later, and a Netflix revival. Get ready.
No. Yeah. I mean, I'm always down for more. Yeah, and all of us will be at Gen Con, so
Yes.
Urban Shadows game then.
Yes.
Play in person. That's just a personal excitement. Like, I don't care if we stream that or not. I'm just down for that as like a group.
Yep.
But
Oh
yeah.
God, I'm afraid for Daphne and Peter in person.
Knox pulls out a gun. I have a knife.
I fly away out the window somehow.
So who are we going to raid tonight on our way out?
Yeah.
It's up to y'all.
We can do what is it? Welcome party? Is that what they're someone in
Welcome
chat?
Are they
first-
still streaming? Because they were streaming before we started.
They're still on. They're playing Mutants of the Night. I'll open a new tab and check.
Nice. Anyone else on tabletop?
Yeah, there's a Pro Restarter, the Greyhawk channel. Yeah, they're still going over at Welcome Party. So
Let's do it.
It's just, okay. / raid, right? I can't remember.
Yep.
Which I think
We made it to the top of the list for TV.
yeah, any of us can do.
Tabletop.
Yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. Follow the channel on Variant Rolls on Twitter, twitter.com/Variant Rolls. We got more content coming down the pipeline, including some games from me and some charity stuff and a lot of people in chat. And yeah, thanks you all for tuning in and all our players. And Taryn, you're fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You guys are the best.
Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and raid these folks. Y'all have a great night and great week.